Damn it. I was hoping it would work. Okay. Okay, I hope this stays. Okay. New year, same old antics. Camera's still crooked, and I'm still balancing it on various objects that I find around my house. Currently, it's on 2 containers that we use for food, like 2 Tupperware containers. It's slightly crooked, but this is the best we're gonna get. And yeah. Hello everyone, my name is Janelle and welcome back to my channel. So today it's going to be a quicker video than usual. This video is going to be about just kind of goals that I have for 2021 just in general that I thought would be really helpful to document and also to share with you guys and hopefully you know, give you guys some inspiration on how to get 2021 at least better than 2020. Honestly, I don't think anything can get worse than 2020, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I have basically 12 goals, and I think the plan was to do one for every single month. If you see me looking off screen, my laptop's here. But goal number 1 is to actually attempt to be more than just conversational in another language. I only speak English. My parents are bilingual. Technically they're trilingual because they speak like dialect and then the national language of the Philippines, which is Tagalog. I have always wanted to be bilingual. I love learning about different languages. I love learning other languages. I think it's a really fascinating thing. I think it's great for culture and stuff, and I just think it's something that's really helpful, not just in the job world, but the 3 languages I really want to focus on from here on out is Spanish, Korean, and Tagalog. Spanish because I feel like it's super helpful, especially in the area I live in. There's a lot of Spanish speakers, and so I feel like it would be super helpful, especially at work. I'm so tired of them saying things and then laughing at me because I don't understand what they're saying in Spanish, so I'm going to attempt to be at least more than conversational, or at least back to the level I was before I stopped taking Spanish in high school. Korean is mostly because I want to watch things without waiting for English subtitles, because sometimes that can take 3,000 years, and so I'm just going to take it into my own hands and try learning it myself. I don't know who I'm going to practice with. Probably my cousin, who's like, he wants to be a K-pop star, which shout out to him, because JYP, please sign him. It's something that I just want to do mostly because I'm into K-pop, and also because I think the Korean language as a whole is super fascinating. I also really want to learn how to speak Tagalog because it is my parents' native language, and so it's part of my culture, so I really want to learn it and understand jokes and understand how that language works, because it's really fascinating. Like, I learned this year that Tagalog is pretty Malay based, which I didn't know that actually, because I know Tagalog is a stem of Spanish, which is why it sounds like, for my Spanish speaking friends, it sounds like they should understand what my parents are saying, but they actually don't, because part of it is stemmed from Spanish. I was like wondering, oh, is it Polynesian? And my brother was talking about, just based on geography, you know, there are some like Chinese, Japanese influence, but there's also a lot of Indonesian, Malay roots, so I thought it was really fascinating and I would really love to understand how the language works. Goal number 2. Now this is definitely something that has been weighing on my mind for a couple of years. You guys know I don't think I've been a stranger of talking about it on this channel. I love fan fiction. I think it's a great creative hobby. It is my life, and I absolutely adore it. I actually wrote 2 fan fictions when I was 12-ish, like starting around middle school, early high school, and I have not finished either one of them. Currently, I think I haven't uploaded either one of them in like 3 or 4 years, something like that, and I had a lot of support on, especially one of them. I wrote an Edmund Pevensey one. I'm actually not gonna plug it because I'm too embarrassed that people I know in my real life watch my videos, and I don't want them finding my fanfiction. You could probably find it, honestly, if you look hard enough. I really want to finish at least the Chronicles of Narnia one. The other one's a Harry Potter story that I started 3rd year, because that's when all of the fanfics that I read at that time started, and it was just, I can't. The Chronicles of Narnia one is definitely going to be the focus. It's an Edmund Pevensey based story. It's literally almost done. Like, I'm in Voyage of the Dawn Treader, and I'm not going to spoil anything because I honestly really thought about this concept a lot, but I really at least want to finish it, edit it, because I know if I read it back, it's going to be so bad. At the time, I thought it was great, but now if I'm going to read it as a 21 going on 22-year-old this year, it's going to be absolute garbage. So I really, really, really want to finish it at least, and then get to work on editing, because I am proud of that. It's something that I really enjoyed doing. It's just something that I didn't find time for, and then I didn't really have inspiration for, but it's like, I'm almost done, I might as well. So goal number 2 is to finish my Edmund Pevensey story. Goal number 3 is to, I don't know how this might be a little ambitious. So I really love the aspect of songwriting, composing. I think it's such an interesting thing, because music, for me, obviously I'm a pretty K-pop / music based channel. It has always been something that's been super, super important to me, and something that I've always loved. And I have tried my hand, I really want to try my hand, like actually really try to write a song, like a full-fledged, from music to melody to like everything. I want a like fully produced song. That might be a little ambitious, but I at least want to get kind of a hint of how the song is. I know I want the title to be Breathe, and it is something that I've been kind of working on for the past few years, and I've never really gotten around to really trying to do it, but I want to try. I want to reach out to some of my friends who are actual composers, or who know actual people that compose things, and I really want to write a song. So goal number 4 is a little more ambiguous, and just a little more kind of to get the ball rolling a little bit. It is to figure out what the hell I'm doing with my life. So I graduate in May of this year. I get my bachelor's in marine biology, and that's about all I got figured out for the future. So I kind of want to at least get a better idea, a better understanding of what I'm doing. A plan afterwards is to go to community college and get an associate's degree in journalism, actually, because something that I'm super interested in is scientific journalism, scientific communication, and so I think the journalism route is really interesting because of just various aspects of communication, like social media, blog posts, YouTube channels these days. There's so many different options nowadays, and I think it's really important to communicate what science is to regular everyday people, because obviously scientists communicate with each other, but it's really hard. I found especially that scientists are really bad at communicating with people who aren't scientists, and it can make it really difficult for people to understand what they're doing, why they're doing it, why it matters, the implications of not listening to scientists. And so I think that is something that's also super important, other than just the research aspect. So I think that's what I want to do, but I kind of want to get a better handle on my life and figure things out a little bit more. Goal number 5 is something that I'm attempting to do for sustainability purposes. So it is, I really want to do Meatless Mondays, because the meat industry is actually super bad for the environment. Like, a lot of feed that goes into feeding livestock could be used to feed other people around the world. Like, we absolutely have enough food so that people aren't actually hungry throughout the world, but a lot of it goes to livestock, and it's super, super bad for the environment. I'm personally not going to go vegan or like super vegetarian. I quite like eating meat, and that's not just the only reason. I think there's a lot of culture behind it, and a lot of things that I just don't think can be replaced by meat substitutes. If that's what you want to do, if you want to go vegan, vegetarian, you do you. I am not judging you. This is just something that I would prefer. I'm not against eating animals in the sense of, like, I know people do it for like an animal cruelty standpoint. I come from a place of, if you're going to kill an animal to use it, use every single part of it. Like, don't waste it. That is just my philosophy on it. If you're going to kill it ethically. The animals need to be treated with respect, because it is a form of life that you are taking for the sake of your own, for like hunger, for your own consumption. I think they definitely need to be respected, because it is something that nature is giving us. What I want to do is try doing Meatless Mondays, just purely from a sustainability standpoint. I don't know how much of a difference that'll make, but it's something that I really want to do, to be a little more environmentally conscious. Number 6 also is something that has to do with being more environmentally friendly. I really want to switch to reusable pads, like period pads, essentially. Plastic ones, or disposable ones, are really bad for the environment. It's a lot of plastic wastes. I learned this year, actually, that most sanitary items, napkins, tampons, pads, they don't really regulate what goes into them and what they're made of. So there's there could potentially be a ton of different chemicals that are in it and you have no idea. I really want to switch to reusable pads, so that way, one, you save a lot of money because you don't have to keep buying disposable ones, but also it's way more environmentally friendly, a lot less waste. All you have to do is wash it. My mom, I actually spoke to her about it. I do have a set of like night pads just to try it to see if I like the particular brand. That is something that I'm trying to do to be more environmentally aware and more environmentally friendly, and that's something that I really want to do. So I hope by the end of this year that I will be mostly reusable or entirely reusable, but at least in some aspect only using reusable pads and not relying entirely on disposable ones. Number 7 is also one that I think might be a little ambitious, but I do have hopes for this considering what I do in my day-to-day life. It is to hit pan on at least one makeup product in every single category. This is ambitious because makeup is hard to use unless you're using it consistently every single day. Even if I don't necessarily hit pan, I definitely want to use a lot of my makeup and make it look like I've used a lot of my makeup, because there's a lot of products that you have. I don't even have a big collection. I'm not like a beauty YouTuber or anything. I don't have the funds for that, and I don't have the time for it to buy like 50,000 foundations, and like where am I gonna put it? I live in a small house, but I do own quite a bit, and so I need to stop buying makeup and start using it. I do utilize the products that I have very well. The one palette that is consistent in every single makeup look I do is the Tarte Amazonian Clay Matte Palette. One of the first makeup items I bought on my own. And I really want to hit pan on at least one shade in there, which I have a very strong feeling I can do this year. I really just want to be able to use a lot of products, so even if I don't necessarily hit pan or if I don't finish them, I definitely want the products that I use, specifically the ones that I use every single day, I want them to either be half used, a quarter used, and I'm not going to put on makeup for the sake of putting on makeup and using it up. It's going to be a case of like, I want to actively try and use certain things that I don't necessarily use all the time, so different palettes. If I'm in some categories, I only have like one product, like I have 2 concealers in 2 different shades, but it's the same concealer. Like I want to at least really use up one of them. I want to utilize some of my single eyeshadows more. You know, I've had a blush for like 4 years now, and I want to see the pan on it. I want to stop seeing the logo on the pan and make it look like it's well loved. Like I really want to use my makeup because it's like I really enjoy it, and I want to not just have it sitting there to look pretty, but to be something like, I bought this, I'm going to use it. Number 8 is something that I wanted to do last year. I didn't necessarily do it last year, but it's definitely a goal that I have this year. It's to post on this channel at least twice a month. It kind of follows my pretty typical upload schedule. I upload last year pretty consistently. I uploaded every 2 weeks, and that's because weekly with school, I didn't think it was possible just because there's a lot going on, and if I have to focus on one thing, like this channel will be put off to the side because I am working towards an actual degree, so this is going to be what I put on the back burner. But definitely I want to try at least posting twice a month if I can. No promises, but I kind of want to start going weekly. I at least want to do every 2 weeks, so that is something that I really want to do. So at least if there are 12 months in a year, twice a year, like 24 videos in just a singular year, which I hope is going to be a lot. I hope to have a little bit more than that, but realistically twice a month, and actually either not forget about it, or I think I'm going to community college, but it's not perfectly established. But even if I am, hopefully I still have time to upload. Like finals totally kicked my ass this year, so I'm going to really try and do twice a month if I absolutely can. That is like one of my biggest goals. Number 9 is something that will definitely happen. I'm already on the road. It's to graduate with my bachelor's. Like I said before, I'm getting a bachelor's of science in marine biology, and that's something that's like, yeah, I'm basically set. I just need like a couple classes and I just need to pass them and do a couple like seniory things, but I'm pretty much like, I'm graduating in May, and so that's super exciting for me. But it's still a goal of mine. You know, you never know, things happen, but this is, out of everything on this list, this is like the one thing that I'm like, at the end of the year, we can check it off. Number 10 is an adult thing. It is to start paying off my college loans. I don't have the luxury of not loaning, so I do have significant amount of loans because my school is very expensive. I want to at least start chipping away at it a little bit. Probably once I finish my bachelor's, the plan is to like work at the same time, and with every paycheck at least pay literally anything. I just want to pay something so that I'm not living in a cardboard box when I'm 35. So I really want to try and do that, especially if I'm working like full time. I don't know exactly what I'm doing after undergrad, but it's definitely a goal that I have, is just to actually really start paying those off. Number 11 is something that I put in because my friend Carlos, he's a Ravnik, an artist on YouTube. He and I share the love of this game. It's called Fire Emblem, and I bought Fire Emblem 3 Houses almost 2 years ago now, because technically it's 2021. It was the summer of 2019, and I bought Fire Emblem 3 Houses, and then a DLC came out, and I still haven't bought it. The goal this year is to finally buy the DLC and play through it. I'm actually just going to finish my current playthrough because when I'm bored, I just replay Fire Emblem because I'm boring. I'm going to finish my current playthrough and then hopefully buy the DLC. Like, hopefully by the end of this year, I will also, this is also something that I will have like definitively checked off because I've been meaning to do it for so long. But yeah, it's to just finally buy the freaking DLC, man. And Animal Crossing, but mostly the DLC. Number 12. This is the final one I had on the list. I definitely had one that I just thought of when I sat down, and I like can't for the life of me remember it. Number 12 is to use up my mini skincare. Innisfree, this video isn't sponsored, by the way. Why would they sponsor me? I literally have 32 subscribers. Innisfree is one of my absolute favorite skincare brands. They are a K-beauty brand under Amore Pacific. I got turned on to them because my friend Kayla introduced me to them. We went to New York City and we like checked out their store and stuff. And there are tons of items that I absolutely adore from them. Like, most of my favorite skincare comes from Innisfree. I order really frequently on that site. It's kind of sad. Like, I order so much, and so I use up all the products. It's not like makeup. With makeup it's different. With makeup sometimes you like buy it and you look at it and it's kind of pretty and you never use it. I actually really do use my skincare, but it's gotten to the point where I have so much, especially mini skincare. They give so many samples because I spend too much money, and when you spend a certain amount of money you start getting free things, and I like free things. But now it's gotten to the point where I've gotten so many free things that I'm like, F that. So I have, and especially at the end of 2020 when I made my final purchase, I have two full-sized like moisturizers, I have a full-size eye cream, which the last time I had a full-size eye cream from Innisfree, it's a 30 milliliter container. It literally took me like 9 months to use up. I have so many different like mini toners, mini serums. Like this one serum, their intensive hydrating serum, it's the green tea one that they always, it's one of their best sellers. I think I have at least 5 bottles of that. I'm not even joking, like 5 little bottles that are like this. I have like 5 of them, and I need to use all of them up. And it's like, Innisfree isn't the only skincare brand I use too. Like Crave Beauty, their Great Barrier Relief Serum, one of my absolute favorite things on planet Earth. But it's like, I'm holding myself back from buying it because I need to use up the serums that I already have. I really just, for 2021, I just really want to use up most of my mini skincare so I can, you know, try other products or just have it out of my hair, okay? I'm so tired of looking at it and being like, where do I start? Like, I legitimately on my laptop have a list, all of the minis in particular. The big ones I can see, but the minis in particular, I have a list of like, this is what I have left, and I just check them off as I use them so I can be less overwhelmed with the amount of things I have, and I can be like, yes, I'm using products and I'm not letting it go to waste, because I know I can use it up and it won't go bad for a while. Like, I've checked all the expiration dates and stuff. It's just like, boy. So that brings us to the end of today's video. I said it was going to be a shorter video, and I literally looked down and I had been recording for almost half an hour, so because I don't know when to stop talking. So I guess new year, literally exact same me. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what your goals are for 2021, or things that you learned in 2020 that you're not bringing into 2021. I'm actually really excited for 2021 for this channel in particular. I'm not excited about my life in general, but for 2021 I think this channel can really take off. Oh, that was the other goal. I remembered. The other goal I want to have is hit 50 subscribers by the end of the year. I am 18 away. This channel grew surprisingly fast. Like I said, if you didn't see my blooper video, I really just want to thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. It's been literally almost a year. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel throughout 2020. I really hope you stick around for 2021. I do have some ideas. I'm excited for different things that I can try, different things that I can talk about, and to see kind of where 2021 takes me and this channel, because I do have really high hopes for this. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to, and if you really want to, you can hit the bell so you can see when I upload with post notifications. I am hopefully by the end of the year also going to have like an outro screen so it doesn't just awkwardly end. Follow me on all of my socials. My Twitter is janellethekid, my Instagram is janellethekidvlogs, and my Tumblr is swimmingIsMyWholeLife.tumblr.com. I am the most active on Twitter and Tumblr. Instagram I just forget I have. My Spotify is also janellethekid because that is my brand, if you want to follow me on that and check out some of my playlists and some of my music. I hope you guys have an amazing day, night, afternoon, whenever the hell you're watching this. I hope you guys have an amazing 2021, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!